Hey, what's up, guys? Maximus Black here.
And Nova War.
And we're bringing you an extra When Cheese Fails, and this is a super special one because, well, I'm in it.
Really?
Yep.
You don't say. Now, Mr. Black.
Yes, sir.
I have a request for you.
Okay.
Okay, now this might be a difficult one, and both of us are riding on negative energy at this point in time, which may or may not be a physics term that many of you would even understand, or it might not even exist. One way or another, I need you to hit me up with a noise that would resemble something like hell coming to Earth.
I'm in Masters! Yeah! Sorry, I know that was totally not what you wanted, but I felt it necessary that I tell everybody that I'm ranked 26 in Masters!
Or you were until you stopped playing for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And everybody else on the Earth.
You know what? I'm okay. I'm like 70% win ratio in Masters, but anyway, enough about that. Starting over here in the right-hand side, we have myself, Hell on Earth, which is my new account, sort of my Smurf account, so I don't get cheesed all the time. And over here, we have SGT Tizzle, and this is Trizzle, my Dizzle, Nizzle, Jizzle, Bizzle, Gizzle. And he is a master player, and at the time, I was top 3 diamond.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Wonderful. Fantastic. High-level play, including our very own Mr. Maximus Black. It looks like we have a little bit of a probe action going on over here. Scouting is in progress by our very own. He's going to go counterclockwise around this map. Do you have a specific way that when you're playing that you always go counter, or do you always go? Well, I mean, sometimes it's always cross positions, like some maps. But if it's not that case, do you favor one way or another?
No. I usually go here first and then here. If I'm playing Zerg, I'll put down my pylon, run over here, see if I see an Overlord. If I don't see an Overlord, I immediately go cross position. But for PvP, it's one of those things. One mistake I've made already is I never touch the.
Didn't touch those towers. That is the golden rule.
And the thing is Adam, I 99.9%
you do
always touch the tower, especially in PvP. Obviously, you can't spawn in close position, so they have to be here or here. But that's pretty bad. But
I think you might have noticed that there is some interesting lack of buildings, structures, and the like happening in his base right now, and so you must be thinking, I should probably get ready for a rush.
Yeah, definitely. I know that there's a proxy. I mean, a Protoss player, I know what this is. There was no cannons around. There's nothing in my base. So I'm quickly going to Chrono out a Stalker. I'm a little bit too late. Usually you want to, chuck down a Forge and then get down a cannon. But I'm so far behind. By the time a Forge would finish and a cannon would go up, his Zealots are just going to pile up and mess me over. So I basically need to get out a Stalker. I am now chucking down a Forge. But my main priority is getting out a Stalker first. And I'm going to have to really use my probes and my units to the best of their ability.
Your probes and your units.
You know what I'm saying.
All the units.
Yes.
All of the units must be in play, and certainly there's Steve the Stalker not being very efficiently used right now, Mr. Black, but now just getting out of there, microing your probes more than that Stalker, and those Zealots are getting damaged quite heavily, but your probes got a massive beating right now, and Steve is slowly trying to micro his way around here and just barely getting out of the way, but another one is down there. He's only got 10 health.
Wow.
0 kills, interestingly enough. It looks like your probes actually have been cleaning up every one of the Zealots that Stalker has been killing so far. And look at this little bit of fancy dancing here, Mr. Black.
I'm trying my best, but he's just doing massive economic damage. My probes are just being destroyed. A nice little surround there, backing off just in the nick of time. Gonna be able to take out another Zealot. And at this point, I'm just going to play Ring Around the Rosies with this Zealot and try and use this Steve to take out this Bob, and that is exactly what he's going to do. And I pick him off, but look at this. 14 workers killed, pardon me. That is huge, and no workers. We take a look at the units tab. He's got 12 probes. I've only got 5 probes, and I've got a couple of Stalkers out. So basically at this point, it's a micro battle. I'm going to try to get as many probes as possible. I do have 3 Stalkers now, so he's in a little bit of trouble.
No, yeah, the Stalker count has actually gotten to the point now that with micro, you're pretty easily going to be able to handle most Zealot forces unless you get up into like the high counts. At which point, it will still come down to micro, just more so than it would have before. Surprisingly enough, 5 probes to 12, considering what has happened, is not terrible, because really, he must have cut worker production a million years ago. If we go to the production tab real quick, he is still not building any. He is so all in on these Zealots right now. He's making our cardinal rule mistake thing that we like to call overcommitting and
shitting the bed.
or shitting the bed, which is a subsection of the rule for overcommitting, next to being in Wood League.
There you go. So look at this. We're now back in the middle of the field. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to micro the Zealot as much as possible, and all these Bobs are chasing that one Lone Ranger Bob. And here we go. I'm going to get a little bit more kiting with these Stalkers. And Bob now
Bob's
getting back
brave.
in. He's saying, you know what? You want some of this? Come and bring it on, player.
Absolutely. Oh, mismanagement there, Mr. Black. That was dangerous. Holy Artosis Pylon. Oh, that's the second one there.
But
he's getting back in.
2 Zealots in my base. All my units are outside here. I know at this point I'm in a lot of trouble now. 3 Zealots in my base. And no matter how good I am at kiting, these Zealots are going to be able to take me out, or take my probes out, before I can even kill them. So now I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you've had that forge for a while. Did it ever cross your mind that you might want to have put down one cannon at some point, or are you thinking that if he's just going to go all Zealots all the time, that Stalkers are the better choice in that scenario?
Well, I don't think at any real moment I even had an opportunity to put down a cannon. It was either, hey, do I get the second Stalker out and I micro, or do I try to put down a cannon and maybe he will kill it? It's debatable. I might have been able to do it, but I wouldn't have had the unit power that I have now. And obviously, it's the right decision so far.
Yeah, so far it has been working wondrously for you. And oh my goodness, Trizzle.
23.
Trizzle my nizzle for shizzle. Just throwing down that probe. Finally, building some probes back at base. But unfortunately, he's just, as scary as it is, he has been able to, he's at that, that 12 probe, 13 probe is like a really awesome sweet spot for being able to pump out 3 or 4 Zealots constantly the whole time. And so he's been able to keep up reasonably well, and while you're trying to build back up at your own base, he's been able to build up quite a force, but unfortunately now with 4 Stalkers on the field, that is going to be more than enough to handle 4 Zealots, and probably up to 6, 8, but he's also able to split these up while you're distracted and trying to kill them. But now look, Mr. Black.
I'm saying enough's enough.
You are going after that semi, but not quite, Artosis Pylon. 3 of the 4 powered off of that one pylon. The second one will go down, and his Cyber Core is there as well. What is he building that out there for?
Yeah, that's definitely not a smart place to put it, but I'm not touching it at this point. I just want to get rid of this Bob. I know that I'm basically finished. You got a couple of Zealots in my base. Like I said before, that's 25 workers killed. That's
a large number of workers.
That's massive.
You know what, though? He is unable to build anything but workers at this point. He's actually forced to do nothing but sit back home and build up some probes and try and get more gateways up back in his natural. But look at this, pulling the probes up. I think Trizzle knows he's in a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
And I think he's going to be probably GGing here pretty soon. I keep in my head right now, unfortunately I'm tired, I keep trying to come up with hilarious Snoop Dogg jokes, but they aren't coming because I can't even speak straight right now.
Dizzle Bizzle? Those Thizzles are destroying those pro-izzles, my nizzle. Or kizzle.
G Jizzle? Does that work?
It does now.
Can we say that?
It does now. Look at this. We're down to 2 Stalkers.
2 Stalkers
a couple
and
of Zealots.
couple of
Look
Zealots.
at this.
Oh,
Steve is coming out,
and that's a scary combination.
Oh, yes. When you have 2 Zealots there, being able to pick to basically follow around a couple of Stalkers while his 1 Stalker can do damage, that is absolutely a horrible thing.
But he's walking down out front. No! He's not even attack moving. What an epic noob move right there by Trizzle.
That hurts.
Oh, what a noob bizzle.
Oh!
Shit in the bed for shizzle.
There you go. I knew you had it in you.
It's in there somewhere.
I knew you had it in you.
It's in there somewhere, deep within my white being. I can put izzle at the end of words.
For shizzle. And look at that. We're down to 3 Stalkers versus 6 kills on that 1 Stalker, 5 on another,
5 and 9
on another.
Stalkers have gone to work. This is it.
Yep. He's down to nothing now.
This is
he's
absolutely
actually
over.
Out another Stalker, but this is going to require some ridiculous micro. He's going to need his probes. He's going to need everything.
You're actually building up probes back at base right now.
am.
You had that 70 minerals.
Yep.
There right before the last engagement. No, is he gonna? Oh, you're gonna drop that one, but it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Oh no. Oh, Ooh, just in the nick of time getting out of there. And that one probe just gave up, submitted, and said, that's it.
Wow.
I'm throwing in the towel. And right now, is he just sitting in his chair raging? Because he has 0. Yeah, exactly. He must have just popped around the map and said, what have I done? How did I lose this game?
Oh, I'm not trying to say anything, but
that was pretty good.
Micro's pretty sick.
That was pretty
I really
good.
can't get over the fact I lost 26 workers long before he lost more than 1, and I still managed.
I have to give it to you. That was some excellent micro play.
Thank you, sir.
The micro izzle was Frizzle, my nizzle. Hell on earth, shizzle, trizzles the new bizzle of StarCraft 2 is izzle.
Trizzle was suzzin' my dizzle, fo shizzle, my star zizzles, distrizzled all of his prozizzles and zizzles. Kizzle?
Izzle.